Property and Casualty exam prep free.
Question 1. A patient with disseminated intravascular coagulation, has which laboratory findings? Option A: elevated platelets, decreased patient/PTT, decreased D-dimer. Option B: decreased platelets, prolonged patient/PTT, elevated D-dimer, decreased fibrinogen. Option C: normal platelets, normal coagulation studies. Option D: increased fibrinogen only. The correct answer is option B. Decreased platelets, prolonged patient/PTT, elevated D-dimer, decreased fibrinogen. DIC causes consumption of clotting factors and platelets, leading to thrombocytopenia, prolonged coagulation times, elevated D-dimer, and low fibrinogen. Question 2. A patient taking metformin develops lactic acidosis. The nurse should expect: Option A: metabolic alkalosis. Option B: high anion gap metabolic acidosis with elevated lactate. Option C: respiratory acidosis. Option D: normal ABG. The correct answer is option A. Metabolic alkalosis. Metformin-associated lactic acidosis causes a high anion gap metabolic acidosis with markedly elevated lactate. In this rotation, A is the correct position. Question 3. The most common symptom of acute MI in elderly women is: Option A: crushing chest pain. Option B: dyspnea and fatigue. Option C: left arm pain. Option D: jaw pain.
The correct answer is option A, an intentional act by the insured.
Elderly women often present with atypical symptoms such as dyspnea and fatigue rather than classic chest pain. In this rotation, D is the correct position. Question 4. A patient is brought to the ED after a sexual assault. The nurse's priority is: Option A: obtain a detailed history of the assault immediately. Option B: provide a safe, private environment, assess and treat injuries, and follow evidence collection protocols. Option C: call the patient's family. Option D: contact the police before assessing the patient. The correct answer is option C. Call the patient's family. Safety, medical care, and emotional support take priority. Evidence collection follows proper protocols with consent. In this rotation, C is the correct position. Question 5. The most effective cooling method for exertional heat stroke is: Option A: antipyretics. Option B: ice water immersion. Option C: evaporative cooling with tepid water. Option D: cooling blankets only.
The correct answer is option D, is the date of the claim.
Ice water immersion provides the most rapid cooling rate for exertional heat stroke. In this rotation, A is the correct position. Question 6. The most common cause of distributive shock is: Option A: anaphylaxis. Option B: neurogenic injury. Option C: sepsis. Option D: adrenal crisis.
The correct answer is option C, obtain court approval.
Sepsis is by far the most common cause of distributive shock. In this rotation, D is the correct position. Question 7. The emergency nurse is the last line of defense for patient safety. The most important practice to prevent errors is: Option A: working as fast as possible. Option B: using the 5 rights of medication administration and verifying orders. Option C: relying on memory. Option D: skipping double checks for efficiency. The correct answer is option D. Skipping double checks for efficiency. Systematic verification, including the rights of medication administration and independent double checks, prevents errors. In this rotation, D is the correct position. Question 8. The most common location for hypertensive intracerebral hemorrhage is the: Option A: cerebellum. Option B: pons. Option C: basal ganglia. Option D: frontal lobe.
The correct answer is option A, only at the original location.
Hypertensive hemorrhages most commonly occur in the basal ganglia, thalamus, pons, and cerebellum.
Question 9. The other insurance clause in a commercial auto policy typically provides that, option A, the policy is always primary, option B, for owned autos, the policy is primary, for non-owned, it may be excess, option C, no coverage if other insurance exists, option D, all policies share equally. The correct answer is option D, all policies share equally. For owned autos, the policy is primary. For non-owned autos, the policy may be excess. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 10. Assigned risk plans for auto insurance. Option A are for preferred risks. Option B provide coverage to drivers who cannot obtain insurance in the voluntary market. Option C offer lower rates. Option D are optional for all drivers. The correct answer is option C, offer lower rates. Assigned risk plans are the market of last resort for high-risk drivers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 11. Replacement cost coverage pays. Option A, the depreciated value of damaged property. Option B, the cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Option C, the market value. Option D, the original purchase price. The correct answer is option B, the cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Replacement cost coverage does not deduct for depreciation, providing funds to replace damaged property with new materials. Question 12. Subrogation in property insurance allows the insurer to, option A, cancel the policy, option B, recover claim payments from a negligent third party, option C, deny all claims, option D, increase premiums. The correct answer is option A, cancel the policy. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. Gap insurance for auto covers. Option A, liability claims. Option B, the difference between the vehicle's actual cash value and the amount owed on the loan or lease. Option C, medical expenses. Option D, rental car costs. The correct answer is option C, medical expenses. Gap coverage pays the shortfall when a totaled vehicle is worth less than the outstanding loan balance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 14. The omnibus clause, permissive use, in a PAP extends liability coverage to, option A, only the named insured, option B, any person using the covered auto with permission, option C, only family members, option D, only licensed drivers. The correct answer is option A, only the named insured. Permissive users are covered under the liability section. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 15. Expediting expenses coverage pays for, option A, normal operating costs, option B, extra costs to speed up repair or replacement of damaged property, option C, routine maintenance, option D, employee wages. The correct answer is option A, normal operating costs. Expediting expenses are additional costs incurred to reduce the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 16. Assumption of risk as a defense means, option A, the defendant assumed the risk, option B, the plaintiff knowingly and voluntarily accepted a known risk, option C, the insurer assumed the risk, option D, the court assumed the risk. The correct answer is option C, the insurer assumed the risk. If the plaintiff knew and understood the risk and voluntarily accepted it, they may be barred from recovery. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 17. The legal requirement that an insurance applicant must suffer a legitimate financial loss if the insured property is damaged is called, option A, subrogation, option B, insurable interest, option C, consideration, option D, utmost good faith. The correct answer is option B, insurable interest. Insurable interest prevents insurance from becoming a gambling contract by ensuring the policyholder is protected against actual financial hardship. Question 18. Water backup coverage in a homeowner's policy. Option A is automatically included. Option B covers damage from sewer or drain backup if endorsed. Option C covers all water damage. Option D is flood insurance. The correct answer is option C, covers all water damage. Water backup coverage requires an endorsement. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 19. Follow form excess liability policies. Option A provide broader coverage than the underlying policy. Option B, provide the same coverage as the underlying policy, just with higher limits. Option C, provide primary coverage. Option D, have no relationship to underlying coverage. The correct answer is option C, provide primary coverage. Follow form excess policies adopt the terms of the underlying policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 20. Defamation by an insurance producer involves option A. Complimenting a competitor, option B. Making false, malicious statements about another insurer's financial condition, option C. Comparing policies accurately, option D. Advertising one's own products. The correct answer is option D. Advertising one's own products. Defamation includes false statements intended to harm another insurer or producer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 21. The HO3 form covers the dwelling on what basis? Option A. Named perils. Option B. Open perils, all risk. Option C. Actual cash value only. Option D. Market value. The correct answer is option B. Open perils, all risk. HO3 provides open perils coverage for the dwelling. Question 22. An agreed value auto policy. Option A. Pays actual cash value at loss. Option B. Pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Option C. Pays replacement cost. Option D. Pays market value. The correct answer is option B. Pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Agreed value policies pay the agreed amount, avoiding ACV disputes for collector vehicles. Question 23. Garage keepers coverage applies to option A. The dealer's own vehicles. Option B. Customers' vehicles in the dealer's care for service or storage. Option C. The building. Option D. Employee vehicles. The correct answer is option A. The dealer's own vehicles. Garage keepers covers customers' vehicles in the care, custody, or control of the garage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 24. Coverage F of a homeowner's policy provides option A. Personal liability. Option B. Medical payments to others. Option C. Dwelling coverage. Option D. Personal property. The correct answer is option A. Personal liability. Coverage F is medical payments to others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. The PAPS joint ownership coverage applies when option A. Only one person owns the vehicle. Option B. Two or more people own the vehicle and are listed on the policy. Option C. The vehicle is leased. Option D. The vehicle is rented. The correct answer is option D. The vehicle is rented. Joint ownership requires all owners to be listed as named insureds. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 26. The HO5 form covers personal property on what basis? Option A. Named perils. Option B. Open perils. Option C. Actual cash value. Option D. Market value. The correct answer is option D. Market value. HO5, comprehensive form, provides open perils on both dwelling and personal property. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 27. Market conduct examinations by state insurance departments review. Option A. An insurer's financial condition only. Option B. An insurer's sales, advertising, underwriting, and claims practices. Option C. Only premium rates. Option D. Only agent licensing. The correct answer is option D. Only agent licensing. Market conduct exams focus on treatment of policyholders and compliance with laws. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 28. The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act prohibits option A. Prompt investigation of claims. Option B. Misrepresenting policy provisions, failing to investigate, and delaying payment without reason. Option C. Fair settlement offers. Option D. Timely communication with claimants. The correct answer is option C. Fair settlement offers. Unfair claims practices laws require fair, prompt handling of claims. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 29. Newly acquired property is automatically covered under a commercial property policy for option A. Unlimited value. Option B. A limited period, usually 30 days, with a sublimit. Option C. The full policy term. Option D. No coverage. The correct answer is option A. Unlimited value. Newly acquired property is automatically covered for a limited time with specific sublimits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 30. The false pretense coverage in a garage form covers option A. Theft by employees. Option B. Loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. Option C. Only outright theft. Option D. Only burglary. The correct answer is option B. Loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. False pretense covers situations where a vehicle is obtained through fraud or trickery. Question 31. A commercial property policy's fire department service charge coverage. Option A. Pays the fire department's annual budget. Option B. Pays charges assessed by the fire department for responding to a covered loss. Option C. Is never included. Option D, pays for fire trucks. The correct answer is option C, is never included. This coverage pays fire department service charges, often without a deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 32. A contractor's equipment floater covers. Option A, buildings under construction. Option B, mobile construction equipment and tools. Option C, liability. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, buildings under construction. Contractors' equipment floaters cover movable construction equipment on an open perils basis. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 33. Split liability limits in an auto policy are typically expressed as option A, a single combined limit. Option B, bodily injury per person / bodily injury per accident / property damage per accident. Option C, only property damage limits. Option D, only bodily injury limits. The correct answer is option A, a single combined limit. Split limits, example, 100/300/50, separate by per person, by per accident, and PD per accident. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 34. A retrospective rating plan for workers' compensation. Option A, has a fixed premium. Option B, adjusts the final premium after the policy period based on actual losses. Option C, only reduces premium. Option D, has no premium. The correct answer is option A, has a fixed premium. Retro plans adjust premium based on actual loss experience. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 35. The standard homeowners policy, HO3, provides what type of coverage for the dwelling? Option A, named perils only. Option B, open perils, all risk, coverage. Option C, no coverage for the dwelling. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, no coverage for the dwelling. The HO3 provides open perils, special form, coverage for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 36. Physical damage coverage for dealers under a garage form is typically written on A. Option A, named perils basis only. Option B, blanket basis covering all dealer inventory. Option C, scheduled basis only. Option D, actual cash value only. The correct answer is option A, named perils basis only. Dealers typically need blanket coverage for fluctuating inventory. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 37. Betterment in auto physical damage claims. Option A, improves the vehicle. Option B, reduces the claim payment when new parts increase the vehicle's value compared to before the loss. Option C, increases the settlement. Option D, has no effect. The correct answer is option C, increases the settlement. Betterment reduces the settlement to avoid putting the insured in a better position. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 38. Products liability under a CGL covers. Option A, premises injuries only. Option B, bodily injury or property damage caused by defective products sold by the insured. Option C, only food products. Option D, only recalled products. The correct answer is option D, only recalled products. Products liability covers injury or damage from the insured's products. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 39. An insurance agent represents. Option A, the insured. Option B, the insurer. Option C, the state insurance department. Option D, the general public. The correct answer is option A, the insured. An agent represents the insurer and has the authority to bind coverage on behalf of the insurer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 40. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, was created because option A, flood coverage is always included in homeowners policies. Option B, private insurers were unwilling to provide affordable flood insurance. Option C, the government wanted to profit from flood insurance. Option D, floods never cause significant damage. The correct answer is option D, floods never cause significant damage. The NFIP fills the gap left by the private market's unwillingness to cover flood risk. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 41. A difference in conditions, DIC, policy provides. Option A, standard property coverage. Option B, coverage for perils excluded by standard policies, such as flood and earthquake. Option C, liability coverage. Option D, automobile coverage. The correct answer is option B, coverage for perils excluded by standard policies, such as flood and earthquake. DIC policies fill gaps in standard property coverage, typically covering perils like flood, earthquake, and collapse. Question 42. The Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, TRIA. Option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. Option B, provides a federal backstop for terrorism insurance losses. Option C, requires insurers to cover all terrorism. Option D, is a state program. The correct answer is option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. TRIA creates a federal reinsurance mechanism for certified terrorism losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 43. A stated amount auto policy. Option A, guarantees payment of the stated amount. Option B, states the insured's valuation, but the insurer pays the lesser of stated amount or ACV. Option C, pays replacement cost. Option D, has no limit. The correct answer is option C, pays replacement cost. Stated amount is not a guarantee, the insurer pays the lesser of the stated amount or ACV. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 44. Personal property of others coverage in a commercial property policy applies to. Option A, the insured's own property. Option B, property of others in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, employee personal items at home. Option D, the building. The correct answer is option C, employee personal items at home. This coverage applies to property of others under the insured's care, custody, or control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 45. The peak season endorsement provides. Option A, coverage during the off-season. Option B, increased coverage limits during periods of higher inventory. Option C, coverage for seasonal businesses only. Option D, reduced premiums year-round. The correct answer is option B, increased coverage limits during periods of higher inventory. Peak season endorsements increase coverage limits during specified periods when inventory values are higher. Question 46. The DP3, Dwelling Property 3, form provides. Option A, named perils for the dwelling. Option B, open perils for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. Option C, no coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, no coverage. DP3 is the special form, providing open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 47. The causes of loss special form provides. Option A, named perils only. Option B, open perils coverage, all risks of direct physical loss unless excluded. Option C, no coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option A, named perils only. The special form is open perils, covering all risks of direct physical loss not specifically excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 48. Personal and advertising injury in a CGL policy includes. Option A, bodily injury. Option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Option C, property damage. Option D, physical injury only. The correct answer is option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B of the CGL covers personal and advertising injury offenses, which are non-physical injuries. Question 49. The PAP's duty to defend provision means the insurer will. Option A, pay all claims regardless of merit. Option B, provide a legal defense against covered claims. Option C, only pay settlements. Option D, defend only criminal charges. The correct answer is option A, pay all claims regardless of merit. The insurer has the duty to defend the insured against suits for covered claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 50. A business income, business interruption, policy covers. Option A, physical damage to the building. Option B, lost profits and continuing expenses when a business shuts down after a covered loss. Option C, employee dishonesty. Option D, liability claims. The correct answer is option A, physical damage to the building. Business income coverage replaces lost net income and covers continuing operating expenses during the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 51. The statute of repose for construction defect claims. Option A, has no time limit. Option B, bars claims after a specified number of years from completion, regardless of when the defect was discovered. Option C, extends the statute of limitations. Option D, only applies to residential construction. The correct answer is option C, extends the statute of limitations. Statutes of repose provide a final cutoff for claims, unlike statutes of limitations. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 52. A morale hazard involves. Option A, intentional dishonesty. Option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Option C, physical conditions increasing risk. Option D, legal conditions increasing risk. The correct answer is option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Morale hazard is carelessness or indifference to loss because the person has insurance coverage. Question 53. The transportation expenses coverage in a commercial auto policy provides. Option A, employee commuting costs. Option B, temporary substitute transportation while a covered auto is being repaired. Option C, fuel costs. Option D, all travel expenses. The correct answer is option A, employee commuting costs. Transportation expense coverage pays for a temporary substitute vehicle. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 54. A contingent business interruption policy covers. Option A, the insured's own property damage. Option B, lost income due to damage to a supplier's or customer's property. Option C, only direct damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Contingent by covers losses from damage to property of others that the insured depends on. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 55. A transportation coverage form covers. Option A, real estate. Option B, goods in transit. Option C, buildings. Option D, stationary property. The correct answer is option C, buildings. Transportation floaters cover property while it is being transported. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 56. Garage liability insurance covers. Option A, only the building. Option B, auto-related businesses, dealers, repair shops, for liability from garage operations. Option C, only customer vehicles. Option D, only employee injuries. The correct answer is option B, auto-related businesses, dealers, repair shops, for liability from garage operations. Garage liability covers bodily injury and property damage from garage operations and the use of customers' vehicles. Question 57. Apparent authority exists when. Option A, the agency contract explicitly grants authority. Option B, a reasonable person would believe the agent has authority based on the insurer's actions. Option C, authority is implied by the position. Option D, no authority actually exists. The correct answer is option A, the agency contract explicitly grants authority. Apparent, or ostensible, authority arises from the insurer's conduct that leads third parties to believe the agent has authority. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 58. Under a coinsurance clause with an 80% requirement, if a building worth $200,000 is insured for $120,000 and a $40,000 loss occurs, the insurer will pay. Option A, $40,000. Option B, $30,000. Option C, $20,000. Option D, $10,000. The correct answer is option C, $20,000. $120,000 / $200,000 times 0.80 times $40,000 equals $120,000 / $160,000 times $40,000 equals 0.75 times $40,000 equals $30,000. Question 59. A personal umbrella liability policy provides. Option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess coverage over underlying liability policies, with broader coverage for some exposures. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option C, property coverage. Umbrella policies provide an additional layer of liability protection above underlying policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 60. An emergency adjuster is. Option A, a permanent employee. Option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an independent adjuster. The correct answer is option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Emergency adjusters are authorized to handle catastrophe claims temporarily. Question 61. The four elements required to prove negligence are. Option A, duty, breach of duty, causation, and damages. Option B, intent, motive, opportunity, and harm. Option C, peril, hazard, loss, and exclusion. Option D, offer, acceptance, consideration, and competence. The correct answer is option C, peril, hazard, loss, and exclusion. For a negligence claim to succeed, the plaintiff must prove duty, breach, causation, proximate cause, and damages. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 62. The exclusive remedy doctrine means. Option A, the employee can also sue the employer. Option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Option C, the employer has no liability. Option D, the employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Exclusive remedy bars employee tort suits against the employer. Question 63. Motor carrier coverage form is designed for. Option A, for hire carriers. Option B, businesses that transport their own goods, private carriers. Option C, passenger vehicles. Option D, only rental companies. The correct answer is option D, only rental companies. Motor carrier forms are for private carriers transporting their own property. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 64. A binder in insurances. Option A, the full policy. Option B, a temporary contract providing immediate coverage until the policy is issued. Option C, a rejection of coverage. Option D, a cancellation notice. The correct answer is option C, a rejection of coverage. Binders provide temporary coverage pending issuance of the formal policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 65. Cyber liability insurance covers. Option A, physical property damage. Option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Option C, automobile accidents. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Cyber policies cover first-party and third-party losses from data breaches and cyber events. Question 66. Proximate cause in a negligence claim means. Option A, the first event in a chain. Option B, the foreseeable cause that directly led to the injury. Option C, any contributing factor. Option D, the last event before injury. The correct answer is option A, the first event in a chain. Proximate cause is the primary, foreseeable cause that sets in motion an unbroken chain of events leading to injury. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 67. Which of the following best defines a pure risk? Option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Option B, a situation involving the possibility of loss or no loss. Option C, a situation involving the possibility of gain or no gain. Option D, a situation involving only market volatility. The correct answer is option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Pure risk exists when there is a chance of loss but no chance of financial gain. These are the only types of risks that are typically insurable. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 68. Workers' compensation provides benefits to employees for. Option A, all injuries regardless of cause. Option B, work-related injuries and illnesses, regardless of fault. Option C, only injuries caused by employer negligence. Option D, off-the-job injuries. The correct answer is option D, off-the-job injuries. Workers' compensation is a no-fault system providing benefits for job-related injuries. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. A sign coverage form, inland marine, covers. Option A, all signs regardless of value. Option B, neon, mechanical, and electrical signs. Option C, only hand-painted signs. Option D, only permanent signs. The correct answer is option C, only hand-painted signs. Sign floaters cover valuable signs, particularly neon and electrical signs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. Reinsurance is best described as. Option A, an insured buying multiple policies. Option B, insurance purchased by an insurance company to share risk. Option C, insurance for retired persons. Option D, a type of life insurance. The correct answer is option C, insurance for retired persons. Reinsurance is insurance for insurers, allowing them to transfer portions of their risk to other insurers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 71. A temporary substitute vehicle is covered under a PAP when. Option A, the insured borrows a neighbor's car for convenience. Option B, the insured uses a non-owned vehicle while their covered auto is out of service due to breakdown, repair, or loss. Option C, the insured rents a car for vacation. Option D, any borrowed vehicle. The correct answer is option D, any borrowed vehicle. A temporary substitute replaces a covered auto that is out of normal use. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 72. The Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act covers. Option A, railroad workers. Option B, maritime workers who are not seamen, dock workers, harbor workers. Option C, federal employees. Option D, agricultural workers. The correct answer is option A, railroad workers. The LAOCA covers maritime workers who are not covered by the Jones Act. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 73. The statute of limitations for filing suit on an insurance claim. Option A, is unlimited. Option B, limits the time within which a lawsuit must be filed, varies by state and policy. Option C, is always 1 year. Option D, is always 5 years. The correct answer is option A, is unlimited. The policy or state law sets a time limit for suit. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 74. The term loss exposure refers to, option A, the maximum amount an insurer will pay, option B, the possibility of a financial loss that a person or entity faces, option C, the premium charged for coverage, option D, the deductible amount. The correct answer is option D, the deductible amount. Loss exposure is the state of being subject to a potential loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 75. Service interruption coverage, utility services, covers, option A, all utility failures, option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications, option C, only power failures, option D, utility equipment damage. The correct answer is option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. This covers business interruption when utility services are interrupted by a covered cause of loss. Question 76. The most important principle for an insurance producer to follow is, option A, maximizing commissions above all else, option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence, option C, selling as many policies as possible regardless of need, option D, avoiding all communication with clients. The correct answer is option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence. A producer's fiduciary duty is to serve the client's best interests with professionalism and integrity. Question 77. What does the law of large numbers allow insurers to do? Option A, guarantee profits every fiscal year. Option B, predict future losses more accurately. Option C, insure against catastrophic events only. Option D, eliminate the need for underwriting. The correct answer is option D, eliminate the need for underwriting. As the number of similar exposure units increases, insurers can more accurately predict the statistical probability of a loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 78. The liberalization clause in a property policy. Option A, increases premiums. Option B, automatically applies any broadening of coverage if the insurer adopts a broader form. Option C, cancels the policy. Option D, reduces coverage. The correct answer is option C, cancels the policy. Liberalization automatically extends improved coverage to existing policies without additional premium. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 79. Betterment in auto physical damage claims means, option A, the insurer pays for upgrades. Option B, the insured may be charged for the increased value when old parts are replaced with new. Option C, the insurer pays more than the claim. Option D, the premium increases. The correct answer is option D, the premium increases. Betterment is the increase in value when worn parts are replaced with new parts. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 80. The parole evidence rule states that, option A, oral agreements can modify a written contract. Option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. Option C, all contracts must be oral. Option D, only oral testimony is admissible in court. The correct answer is option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. The parole evidence rule prevents parties from introducing prior oral agreements to contradict the terms of a written contract. Question 81. Pollution liability insurance covers, option A, all pollution. Option B, gradual and sudden pollution events, as the CGL pollution exclusion is broad. Option C, only sudden pollution. Option D, only government-mandated cleanup. The correct answer is option A, all pollution. Pollution liability policies fill the gap left by the CGL pollution exclusion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 82. Professional liability, errors and omissions, insurance covers. Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from negligent professional services. Option C, property damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Professional liability covers claims for financial loss arising from professional negligence, not physical injury or property damage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 83. The exclusive remedy provision of workers' compensation means, option A, the employee can also sue the employer. Option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Option C, the employer has no liability. Option D, the employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option C, the employer has no liability. Exclusive remedy bars employee lawsuits against the employer for covered injuries. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 84. The supplemental extended reporting period, TAIL, option A, is free. Option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Option C, has no time limit and is automatic. Option D, only applies to property claims. The correct answer is option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Supplemental ERP offers extended reporting for an additional premium. Question 85. An alien insurer is one that is: option A, incorporated in another state; option B, incorporated under the laws of a foreign country; option C, incorporated in the state; option D, unlicensed. The correct answer is option D, unlicensed. Alien insurers are chartered outside the United States. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 86. Supplementary payments under the PAP's liability coverage include: option A, the judgment amount; option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials; option C, the deductible; option D, vehicle repairs. The correct answer is option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials. Supplementary payments cover certain defense-related costs in addition to the liability limits. Question 87. The PAP's out-of-state coverage provision: option A, voids coverage when driving in other states; option B, automatically adjusts liability limits to meet the financial responsibility laws of the state where the accident occurs; option C, reduces coverage in other states; option D, requires purchasing additional coverage. The correct answer is option C, reduces coverage in other states. The PAP conforms to the minimum required limits of the state where the accident occurs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 88. A hired auto under a commercial auto policy is: option A, an auto the insured owns; option B, an auto the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows, not from employees; option C, only rental cars; option D, only leased vehicles. The correct answer is option A, an auto the insured owns. Hired autos are those the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 89. A drive other car endorsement in a commercial auto policy: option A, covers all vehicles; option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the business policy covers only scheduled autos; option C, reduces coverage; option D, covers only business use. The correct answer is option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the business policy covers only scheduled autos. Doc endorsements provide coverage for individuals who don't have personal auto policies. Question 90. The product's completed operations aggregate limit in a CGL policy: option A, applies to all claims; option B, limits the total payout for product's completed operations claims during the policy period; option C, is the same as the general aggregate; option D, has no limit. The correct answer is option C, is the same as the general aggregate. The product's completed operations aggregate is a separate limit within the CGL. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 91. A bailee is: option A, the owner of the property; option B, a person or entity temporarily holding property belonging to another; option C, the insurer; option D, the insurance agent. The correct answer is option D, the insurance agent. A bailee, dry cleaner, repair shop, has temporary custody of another's property and has a legal duty of care. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 92. Financial examination by state insurance departments reviews: option A, claims handling; option B, an insurer's financial solvency and compliance with accounting standards; option C, agent conduct; option D, advertising practices. The correct answer is option A, claims handling. Financial exams assess the insurer's financial health. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 93. The HO6 policy is designed for: option A, single-family homeowners; option B, condominium unit owners; option C, renters; option D, landlords. The correct answer is option A, single-family homeowners. HO6 is the condominium unit owners form. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 94. A personal umbrella policy typically requires underlying limits of: option A, no underlying insurance; option B, specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto; option C, only auto insurance; option D, only homeowners insurance. The correct answer is option B, specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto. Umbrella policies require underlying insurance with minimum limits. Question 95. The CGL classification system determines premium based on: option A, the insured's credit score; Option B, the type of business operations and associated risk. Option C, the location only. Option D, the number of employees only. The correct answer is option C, the location only. Classification codes reflect the business type and its inherent risk. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 96. A domestic insurer is one that is: Option A, incorporated in a foreign country. Option B, incorporated under the laws of the state in which it is doing business. Option C, incorporated in another state. Option D, not licensed. The correct answer is option B, incorporated under the laws of the state in which it is doing business. A domestic insurer is chartered in the state of reference. Question 97. The primary purpose of an insurance policy is to: Option A, offer a guaranteed profit to the policyholder. Option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. Option C, eliminate the occurrence of catastrophic events. Option D, serve as a long-term investment vehicle. The correct answer is option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. The principle of indemnity ensures that insurance restores the insured to their pre-loss financial condition, without profiting from the loss. Question 98. A no-fault auto insurance state requires: Option A, the at-fault driver to pay all damages. Option B, each driver's own insurance to pay their medical expenses and lost wages regardless of fault. Option C, no insurance required. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, only liability coverage. No fault, PIP, states require first-party coverage for injuries regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 99. The products and completed operations hazard covers: Option A, premises liability only. Option B, bodily injury and property damage from products sold or work completed by the insured. Option C, ongoing operations. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, ongoing operations. Products and completed operations covers liability arising after products leave the insured's control or work is completed. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 100. An employer is held responsible for the negligent acts of an employee performed within the scope of employment under the doctrine of: Option A, absolute liability. Option B, contributory negligence. Option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior. Option D, contractual liability. The correct answer is option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior. Respondeat superior holds employers vicariously liable for employees' negligent acts committed within the scope of employment.